Empathy for me feels like the thing that we need the most in the world.
When I think of empathy, I think of when a bad situation happens to somebody else and you're able to feel that it's bad even though it's not happening to you.
To me, empathy means sitting with somebody in exactly where they are.
Empathy is something that I think we sometimes fail to kind of understand today and understand what it means to us.
The one thing that would have defined my entire life would be my weight. I suppose over the years, negative comments mostly would have been from like my family and people around me, just like, oh, that doesn't do you any favours, or like, oh, you're never going to get a husband dressed like that.
When I was 19, I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease. I think it always shocks me when people call me lazy, and like people think I'm lazy because of my Crohn's or like lazy because of my weight.
I was born in Nigeria and I grew up in Germany, and I was the only black kid in school. I always get comments from the kids just calling me like a black, ugly sheep.
At 13, I came out as gay, and it kind of like then just tore this whole like barrage of abuse against me, calling me faggot, and all these different types of slurs which kind of go with being gay.
I grew up at school in a kind of aristocratic setting, but feeling that I didn't quite belong, and then at home in a working class setting where I felt like I didn't quite belong. And somebody wrote a comment about me saying, Miss Chavtastic thinks she's fantastic. And I remember it really hurt because I, at the time, was trying so hard to fit into that group, and I kind of felt like somebody had like seen me.
I was 15 years old, and the comment said, God, that Ross girl is an absolute hog.
Someone messaged me on Tinder and said, what are your gag reflexes like? A fat slut like you should have no trouble having her face fucked.
I remember just thinking, oh wow, everything I feared that the world thinks about me has been confirmed by this strange man on the other end of a computer.
I feel like I've spent a lot of my life in the in-between. I spent a lot of my time at school being told that I didn't act black by my white peers, and I think that that gave me a concept of what it meant to be black that didn't actually truly align with my current understanding of my own blackness.
If more of us were empathetic and used empathy as a tool, then we would understand each other better.
There are so many more commonalities between us that we might be missing because we're not just sitting and listening and just being present.
We don't see people as like living a life, we see them on a screen in their best form.
Everyone has an upbringing or a journey to get to where they are that you might not know about.
Everyone's lived a life, everyone's had a hard day, everyone's tired, everyone's stressed, everyone's sad.
Everyone wants to feel a sense of belonging.
We can't possibly think positive things about everyone all the time, but we can choose to only share the positive things.
Empathy to me means
Understanding, listening,
showing love, respect.
Thinking about and caring about other people.
Allowing somebody to communicate and to share.
Think about how you can just maybe help someone a tiny bit.
building bridges instead of cutting people off.
Being able to share the badness. Is badness even a word?
Let's give each other a break. It's really fucking hard and we're doing our best.